Hello everyone, my name is Floor. In this video, I'm going to share with you a sample wedding game for the principal sponsors. As future couples, I know that you wanted your wedding to be memorable as possible, not only for both of you, but also for the audience, most especially for the principal sponsors. You might want to ask me, why did we have this kind of game in our wedding for our principal sponsors? Well, basically, it is because it's already very common in every wedding program that the MC will call a random name of a principal sponsor and ask for the message. And we just wanted to have a twist. So that's why we had this game. Now, for the mechanics of the game, first, the principal sponsors will form a big circle. Second, one small container will be passed around by the principal sponsors as the music is played. Third, if the music stops, whoever holds the container will pick a rolled piece of paper and read it, or let the game facilitator do it. Fourth, the principal sponsors must follow whatever is written on the paper. And fifth, the only aim of the game is to get the message of the principal sponsors for the newlywed. Things needed: first, small pieces of paper. Second, pen. And third, small container where you will put the small piece of rolled paper. Now, for the small pieces of paper, it can be like this, and these are also the things that you're going to write in the paper. First, let me just read it real quick. What can you say for the new couple? Count 7 going to your left. The 7th person will answer the question. Next, what is your message for the new couple? Next, what is your message or advice for the two? Oops, the sponsor who will answer this is the one sitting or standing across you. Congratulations! You're spared. What's your message for the newlywed? The person who will answer this is the one standing or sitting in your right side. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to roll these paper and put it in a small container. Oh, there you go. Here are the pieces of paper. I have rolled them, and here is the container. So I'm just going to place the rolled papers in this container, and after I'm going to explain how the game works. I actually have a sample video of the game. However, I haven't asked any permission from our principal sponsors that I'm going to upload it in YouTube, so that's why I'll try to explain it using this small board. And I'm very sorry if it really looks very dirty, because no matter how I try to remove the stains, it just won't come off. So again, if you remember in the mechanics, the principal sponsors will form a big circle. So in this illustration, S stands for sponsor. And if you notice, there's a total of 16 of them. So that means you have a total of 8 pairs. But it depends on you, on how many sponsors you have in your future wedding. So here's the big circle. Now, if you remember in the mechanics, so here's the container, right? As the music plays, this will be passed on by the sponsors. And then as the music stops, whoever is holding the container will pick the papers, or will pick the rolled papers. So let's give it a try. Alright, so let's imagine that it's sponsor number 15 who's holding the container when the music stopped. So let's open the container. And, alright, so sponsor number 15 will open the container and will pick one rolled paper. He or she can read whatever is written on the paper, or he or she may let the game facilitator read it for him or for everyone. So actually, what we did on our wedding was we tapped one of the bridesmaids to be the game facilitator, so that at least it won't be too hassle for the MC. So the game facilitator will explain the mechanics of the game, will let the sponsors understand how the game works, and will assist the principal sponsors. It can be one bridesmaid or it can be two. It depends on you. So here's the paper that I have picked, or let's imagine that it's principal sponsor number 15. So this is the message. I'm sorry because I'm actually holding the phone. So what is your message or advice for the two? Oops. The sponsor who will answer, this is the one sitting or standing across you, right? So the principal sponsor who will answer the question or who will give the message or advice for the couple is the one sitting or standing across sponsor number 15. So basically, let's just imagine that in an actual scenario, it's sponsor number 6 who's sitting or standing across sponsor number 15. So it's going to be sponsor number 16 who will, it's going to be sponsor number 6 who will give the message or advice for the newlywed. After that, then you're going to be removed from the big circle. Let's just cover this again. And let's cross sponsor number 15. So let's cross this. So that means they're no longer included by the time the game starts again. Great. Alright, so since it was sponsor number 15 who held the container, then by the time the music starts again, we will start with sponsor number 16. So let me just turn on the music. So it's actually very funny because in actual scenario, the sponsors would be too hesitant to accept the container, or they would be acting too fast to pass the container to the next sponsor. All right, so let's open. So it's sponsor number 2 who holds the container, and let's pick for sponsor number 2. And let's read the message real quick. All right. So what's your message for the newlywed? The person who will answer this is the one standing or sitting in your right side. So that means the person or the sponsor who will give the message to the newlywed is the one sitting or standing in the right side of sponsor number 2. So if this is the big circle, that means they're facing in the center. So the person standing at the right side of sponsor number 2 is sponsor number 1. Therefore, it's going to be sponsor number 1 who will answer or give the advice or message to the newlywed. And then let's just cross sponsor number 2 and cross sponsor number 1. So when the game resumes, the container will start with sponsor number 3. And it will continue to be rolled until the last piece of paper is picked. I hope I was able to explain how the game really works, and I hope it's understandable enough. I appreciate you watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe, and see you in my next featured video.